Hello folks, welcome to Steve's Rocketry Workshop. I had a video, I had done this video before. It was on my channel and I guess it got deleted somehow. So I'm going to be doing I'm going to be redoing the video. Today I'm going to show y'all how to make model rocket igniters. I'm going to go out with, I'm going to start off with what you need. You will need pyrogen. And you can make your own pyrogen by making nitrocellulose lacquer. And you can make that by dissolving ping pong balls in acetone. And you mix your nitrocellulose lacquer with black powder. And if you like a little bit of an extra kick, you can add magnesium, which is it's magnesium and aluminum bonded at the molecular level, and it gives a really nice white hot flame and a good crackle and spark. So you'll need pyrogen, you'll need some sort of bridge wire. There's two things you can use for bridge wire. You can use 36 gauge nichrome resistance wire, or if you're poor like me, just kidding, you could use, you can cut off a length of this, this is a steel wool cleaning pad, the really coarse stuff, and you cut off a strand of this, and this makes for good bridge wire too. You will need some 22 gauge solid copper core wire, not the stranded kind, the solid kind. You could buy a roll of it, dirt cheap. This roll has lasted me 4 years now. So, and then you will need tools. You will need a pair of wire cutters, wire strippers, whatever. The coolest thing about this tool is it's got these little holes here, you know, all here, and you can put it through, you know, the 32 gauge or the 832 or whatever right here. Hold on, let me widen it up a little bit. Put it right through the 832 hole here, and then clamp down and clean cut. But you'll need that. You will need wire cutters, which I have here somewhere. I just had them. Hold on. Right here. Wire cutters and needle nose pliers and a pair of scissors. Oh, and some sort of razor utility knife or an X-Acto hobby knife actually works best. So, as you can see, I've already got a length of the wire here. Now, the wire that I cut right here has four 22 gauge solid copper core wires inside. And if you get this kind, what you're going to have to do in order to get to those wires is you're going to have to take your X-Acto knife and cut a slit down through the white outer insulation. And just like peeling a banana, you know, you pull it back and then expose the four wires and pull them all the way through. And then, you know, with one piece of this wire, you can make 4 igniters. So, but anyways, what you want to do first is you want to strip the ends, both ends of your igniter wire. And these will be for your leads. You know, your igniter leads where you're going to put the clips to your launch controller on. And then after that, you want to fold them over. And the coolest thing about making your own motor, your own igniters, is you can customize the length of your igniter according to what motor you have. Like, you know, composite motors that have a core, you know, you can make them really long because, you know, the igniter has to go all the way up to the top of the motor. So, but once you fold it over, you want to cut it with your wire cutters, and then you want to strip the ends here, just a little bit, not as much as you stripped off the other ends for the leads. You just want to strip a little bit off, just enough to wrap your bridge wire around, and then, you know, grab your, you know, and then clamp it down. And you'll see what I mean by clamp it down here in a minute. So. Now the ends of your wires are stripped, you want to take your nichrome wire or your steel wool, take your scissors. Wire cutters really don't do the job, or at least mine don't. You want to take your scissors and you want to snip off roughly 1.5 to 2 inch length of nichrome. So you want to make sure you have plenty. If you have any excess, that's fine. But anyways, you want to do about 5 to 6 wraps around your the forward end of your igniter. The one that you'll know it's forward because it'll be kind of curved a little bit from where you had to fold it over and cut it. So, and then after you wrap it, you want to take where it's curved and you want to bend this wire over and clamp it down on your wraps so that it holds the bridge wire in place. There you go. And then you'll have an excess length here that you want to snip off. The small excess length. You don't want to snip off the big excess length yet, because you need the big, you need the longer end to wrap around. So again, 5 to 6 wraps, and then bend it over, and then snip off the excess. Be careful not to accidentally snip the wrong part of the wire, because then you have to start all over again. Trust me, I know the pain. Anyways, once you get that together, you want to kind of line them up like that. One wire lower than the other. You want to have them right up against each other, and then take your needle nose pliers, clamp down on both wires like that towards the head. Sorry about that. People insist on blowing up my phone. And you just want to twist your wires together so your igniter stays intact. So give it, twist it about 2/3 of the way down in most cases. This one I did about halfway. Then you want to take your pyrogen. You want to stir it up a little bit. I did that before I started recording to save time. And then you want to take your igniter. You want to dip your igniter in your pyrogen. And you want to dip it once, let it dry, and then dip it again. You always want to double dip your igniters to ensure that there's enough pyrogen there to ignite. And mine's kind of turning all goopy. I need to get some more acetone. And the thing about pyrogen is sometimes over time, even if it's in a sealed container, it'll harden up and get goopy, and you can fix that just by adding more acetone. So, and right now I can't fix that because I don't have any more acetone. I ran out the other day. I had to, I accidentally super glued my fingers together while repairing a rocket, and I had to pour acetone on my fingers to get the super glue to come undone. So yeah, it took a lot of acetone. So, anyways, this is about dry. Acetone evaporates very quickly, so it shouldn't take too terribly long to dry. And then you just want to double dip it and then let it dry. And once it's dry, you're ready to stick it in your rocket motor and attach your igniter lead, attach your clips to from your launch controller to the igniter, and you're ready to launch. So that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time for Steve's Rocketry Workshop.